The scene is familiar to any modern traveler. You glance down at your smartphone, the dreaded red sliver blinking at 1%. Then, like a beacon, you see a public charging station. Without a second thought, the cable clicks in. The charging symbol appears. Relief. What if charging your phone could get you hacked? You are navigating the sprawling, brightly lit concourse of a major international airport. The low, constant hum of rolling luggage, distant boarding calls, and quiet conversations fill the air. Your flight is delayed, and you have been walking for what feels like miles. Your boarding pass, your family, your ride-hailing app, your entire itinerary. Inside that dying device, a public charging station offers a free and convenient lifeline. A hand reaches for a cable worn from countless users and plugs in. A simple, mundane act, repeated millions of times a day in airports, cafes, hotels across the globe. But this simple act of trust is precisely what a new breed of digital predator is counting on. What if that convenient port wasn't just offering electricity? What if in that moment you opened a direct, unguarded door to the most private corners of your life? The question hangs in the air, unseen and unconsidered by most. We have been conditioned to see USB ports as benevolent sources of power. Yet the same tech that makes devices powerful and connected also makes them vulnerable. The threat isn't loud or obvious. No siren, no flashing light. It operates silently, exploiting convenience to execute a digital ambush. The story begins with the design of the humble USB cable. As the traveler settles, their phone begins a quiet conversation with the port. Data is exchanged, protocols negotiated, permissions requested, all in the milliseconds before the first trickle of power flows. But at this port, something else is happening. Documented in the real world, not hypothetical. To understand the threat, one must first understand the dual nature of USB. Ports and cables, marvels of engineering, versatility, speed. Most people think power, but USB's primary purpose is data transmission. Wires are not just for power, they're a multi-lane highway for information. Power pins, send pins, receive pins. That dual functionality is the crux of the vulnerability. Plug in, and a handshake begins. Devices identify themselves and set rules. Your phone asks, "Who are you? What can you do?" A charger says, "I provide electricity." A computer, or a device pretending to be one, says, "I'd like to access your files." Danger begins to creep in. Data flow isn't one way, it's bidirectional. Data can be pulled from your phone and pushed onto it. A malicious port can exploit that channel. While your battery percentage climbs, the port could be siphoning personal information or injecting malware. A compromised port looks identical to a safe one. Malicious components are small, cheap, easily concealed. Inside kiosk, inside wall plate, even inside a counterfeit cable. The threat hides in plain sight as a helpful service. People are wary of suspicious emails and shady sites, but not of a power source. This trust is the attacker's greatest asset. Let's visualize the attack step by step. An attacker acquires a small, low-cost single-board computer, Raspberry Pi Zero style, and a USB hub. These parts are tiny, cheap, and easily programmed to act maliciously. They modify an existing USB wall plate, hide electronics, close it up. To a casual observer, it looks normal. Or build a convincing freestanding kiosk with professional branding and hardware hidden inside. Once the trap is set, a low-battery traveler plugs in. The device springs to life and presents itself as a computer or trusted accessory. The phone may show a pop-up. Trust this computer? In a hurry, many users tap Trust or Allow. That single tap hands over the keys to your digital kingdom. A pre-written script runs, rapidly copying file types. It scans for photos, copies videos, grabs documents. It extracts databases, contacts, and message histories. Advanced attacks can also install spyware that runs silently long after unplugging. The whole transfer or install can take less than a minute. Stolen data transmits via Wi-Fi or cellular to a remote server, or directly to a nearby hacker. Juicejacking is not a theoretical threat confined to cybersecurity conferences. 2011, DEF CON researchers set up a public charging kiosk, free cell phone charging. Despite warnings, dozens plugged in. Their kiosk warned users. Malicious code could have stolen data instead. Law enforcement and public service announcements warned travelers. 2019, LA County DA issued a stark advisory: airports, hotels, other public locations. Risks include malware and data theft. Similar techniques exist in forensics. Tools connect through charging ports to pull data, proving the path is viable. One incident: a cable that looked like a standard lightning cable hit a tiny Wi-Fi chip, letting nearby attackers run commands. OMG cables are sold to researchers, but in the wrong hands, become weapons. The public kiosk is only one form this threat takes. Building your defenses. Simple steps for protection. The good news: you don't need a degree in cybersecurity. The most effective defenses are simple and low cost. Number 1. Avoid public USB ports altogether. Carry your own AC power adapter and plug directly into a wall socket. An AC outlet cannot transmit data, it only provides power. That simple act removes the risk of a data-based attack. Second, carry a portable power bank. They're inexpensive, widely available, and can recharge your phone multiple times. Charge it at home or a trusted AC outlet. Create your own secure source of power. In public, plug into your power bank. Freedom without risk. Third, use a USB data blocker. Plug the adapter into the public port, then your cable. It severs data pins while leaving power connected. Power flows. Data is blocked. Small enough for a keychain. Powerful protection when public USB is unavoidable. If you have no other choice, keep the phone locked for the entire charge. And if prompted, trust this computer or allow access. Choose don't trust or deny. Whenever possible, power off before plugging in. Imagine the scene again. Airport, the traveler is prepared. Phone battery low, no panic. Bypass the public USB port. Pull out your AC adapter and cable. Find a two-pronged wall outlet. Plug in and charge safely. Your own charger in a wall socket is the safest option. Outlets taken, the counter hub looks tempting. Pull a slim power bank and plug in. Move freely, untethered and secure. Hotel room, attach a tiny USB data blocker. Electricity flows, data stays blocked. Secrets remain safe. If a pop-up appears, trust this computer? Tap don't trust. A red X over the port reinforces the warning. Use an AC adapter. Carry a power bank. Use a data blocker. Deny trust prompts. Safety is about making informed choices. The immediate consequences are data loss and financial theft, but the true cost cuts deeper. Disputing charges, changing passwords, monitoring credit, months, even years. Your phone is intimate. Private chats, photos, journals, health data, searches. Theft feels like a diary stolen and read. Anxiety, paranoia, a sense of being watched. Professional and social fallout can follow. Identity abuse can open accounts, file taxes, or worse. A single plug-in can ripple for years. The digital world is built on connections, online and to power, often without thought. Juicejacking exploits that blind spot, turning convenience into crime. Manufacturers must strengthen defaults. Public space owners must inspect infrastructure. But don't wait. Security isn't a product, it's a practice. Carry your charger, use a power bank, employ a data blocker. The traveler walks away, phones safely connected to their own power. They are informed and prepared. Convenience can be dangerous. Stay aware.